20th Amendment to the Constitution presented to Parliament. Former President Maithripala Sirisena arrives at the Presidential Commission probing 2019 April attacks with Council. Heavy rainfall and strong winds expected in many parts of the country. UN Secretary General says multilateral global challenges must be addressed together.
Hello there and welcome to Lunchtime News here on TV1. You're joining me, Devi Paldano. Now on to your lead story for this afternoon. The 20th Amendment to the Constitution was presented in Parliament today. Now according to the Parliament Secretariat, any citizen would have the opportunity to file a petition against it within 7 days of its submission to Parliament.
The government is trying to present the dishonourable 20th Amendment to the Honourable Parliament.
එතන රීති ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැත. කරුණාකරලා ප්‍රශ්නේ නැකද අපේ තියෙනවා. එතන අමින්ද කරු කතානායකතුමනි අධිකරණ අමාත්‍යතුමා ශ්‍රී ලංකා ප්‍රජාතන්ත්‍රවාදී ජනරජයේ ආණ්ඩුක්‍රම ව්‍යවස්ථාවේ සංශෝධනය කිරීම සඳහා වූ 20 වන සංශෝධනයේ තුම්පත මම ඉදිරිපත් කරනවා. දෙවෙනි වර කියවීම ව්‍යවස්ථා සංශෝධන ශ්‍රී ලංකා ප්‍රජාතාන්ත්‍රික සමාජවාදී ජනරජයේ ආණ්ඩුක්‍රම ව්‍යවස්ථාව සංශෝධනය කිරීම සඳහා වූ පනත් කෙටුම් පතකි. දෙවෙනි වර කියවීම.
Our parliamentary reporter said 45 members of the opposition, including the opposition leader, voiced their objections.
Now, former President Maithripala Sirisena appeared before the Presidential Commission inquiring into the April 21st attacks today.
Former President Maithripala Sirisena arrived with his counsel. Meanwhile, former Defence Secretary Hemasiri Fernando has denied allegations made by former President Maithripala Sirisena that he had made false allegations before the Presidential Commission. The former President issued a statement rejecting the statements made by Hemasiri Fernando to the Commission.
Now on to your weather update this afternoon. Showers are expected at times in Sabaragamuwa and western provinces. Now according to the Met Department, showers will occur in the central, north central and northwestern provinces and in the Galle and Mathura districts.
The Met Department warns that strong winds of up to 50 km per hour are likely in the north, north-central and northwestern provinces, in the Trincomalee district and in the western slopes of Central Hills. The Department of Fisheries advises fishermen to refrain from engaging in fishing in the Bay of Bengal. Its Assistant Director of Search Operations, Padmapriya Thisera, said that multi-day fishing vessels should be vigilant in this regard. He further stressed that one-day and small fishing vessels plying the seas from the southwest, south and southeast should also be vigilant prevailing conditions of the sea. Due to the overflowing of the Kukule River, the Paragoda area on the Bulat Sinhala Molka main road has been inundated. Our correspondent said that due to this situation, traffic from Bulat Sinhala to Molkava, Kukuleganga and Paragoda has been disrupted.
State Minister for Provincial Councils and Local Governments Sarath Weerasekara expressed his views on the provincial council system. He expressed that these views at the opening of a new 3-story building constructed by the Ratgama Pradesha Sabha.
සිදු කිරීමට ගෞරවයෙන් ප්‍රවේශය ලබා දෙන්නේ
මට අපහාසත් කරනවා මට උපහාසත් කරනවා.
Some people blame me, while some praise my actions. Some even pass resolutions against me. I will not change my opinion just because I became a Minister of State. Even before I became the State Minister, I was completely against the 13th Amendment and the Provincial Council system. I am still of the opinion that Provincial Councils should be abolished, but I cannot abolish it. Provincial Councils can only be abolished by the government, or we need a 2/3 majority in Parliament. A study is being done to abolish provincial councils. How much money is being spent on provincial councils today? Does it benefit the public? After that report is prepared, the government will decide whether or not they are going to keep these provincial councils. If there is an election, it should be on the day the government prescribes it. But we are not changing our stance because of the adverse effects done, especially by the provincial councils in the north, to the unity of the country.
අයිතකල බලපෑමක් මේ පළාත් සභාවලින් විශේෂයෙන්ම උතුරේ පළාත් සභාවලින් වෙන නිසා.
Today marks the 25th day of the 5th phase of the Gamma the Door-to-Door initiative. A number of unresolved issues were heard by our teams in a number of villages in several districts.
Six Gamma teams travelled across the districts of Ampara, Kegol and Badulla. Students from the University of Peradeniya are collaborating with Gamma today as well. The Gamma team in Ampara toured the Mandana village in Ampara Tirukkovil Divisional Secretariat Division. Many people have relocated in this area following the war. Although the government initially took steps to build houses, most of the houses are partially completed. Another issue of the people of this area is lack of access to clean drinking water. The only request from the people of this area is access for clean drinking water. They also face many difficulties when wild elephants encroach their villages. They lack basic healthcare facilities too. A Gamma Savia organization was established in this village. The remaining teams are touring many villages in the Tirukkovil area. The villages around Eller and the people living in the town all depend on the tourism industry. Hotels and restaurants have been closed due to lack of tourists owing to the COVID-19 pandemic in the country. Another group has been visiting villages in the Kegol district in search of issues people face. The people of the Burunnava village in Varakapula Divisional Secretariat are facing severe difficulties with access to clean drinking water. Although they collect rainwater during the rainy season for drinking purposes, they have to purchase water during the dry season. The roads in the village are also in a dilapidated state. The residents of this area are helpless as they are unable to carry out their day-to-day activities.
Now in a US political update, Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden slammed US President Donald Trump's handling of the coronavirus pandemic, saying the Republican froze when faced with this enormous challenge posed by the health crisis. Now with US deaths from the COVID-19 pandemic approaching 200,000, Biden said that Trump had fallen short of the level of presidential leadership required to contend with the pandemic spread. Now on to your sports news. The National Chess Championship and the National Women's Chess Championship, organized by the Chess Federation of Sri Lanka, successfully concluded today.
National Chess Championship and National Women's Chess Championship tournaments got underway over the course of 7 days in Colombo. Ananda College Rani Durliyanage won the title. Royal College Minul Doluvira became the runner-up. Netmi Fernando of Candy Girls High School won the National Women's Championship. The runner-up of the tournament was Tharushi Sandeepani of Devi Balika Vidyalaya, Colombo.
And that is a wrap of lunchtime news here on TV1. For more news, log on to our award-winning website www.newsfirst.lk. For the Newsfirst team, I'm David Paldano. Take care.